Unleashed here, 3v3, Argus Desert Gates, blue team. Whole bunch of Imperial Guard. First up is Marutectz as a Lord Commissar, fights in melee combat, really strong offense and support, and begins with a refractor field. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC, so we're going to be hearing some of that rebreather. There it is, that sound effect. The whole game, which is going to be annoying. Alongside TowerGuard is an Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons and has a little bit of support about her too. And rounding off the blue team is Macgyver as a Lord General, fights range combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Really great defense and support capabilities.
Allies have captured a requisition point.
Some very strange capping going on here. Macgyver is capping the mid and nobody's capping these 2 points. We'll see how that goes. Red team, annoying Fisher as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities, begins in the melee combat. Some powerful offense too. This is some Black Legion. Alongside Marky is a Warlock, a melee commander that can leap into combat. Some powerful offense with some fancy spell casting going on, leaping in there, knocking around some Guardsmen. This is the Exodites elite scheme. And rounding off the teams, it's vinghow as a Plague Champion, starts off range combat damage of a Time Bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. Has taken down the Lord Commissar of Marutectz on that west side. East side turns blue. Sorcerer doing all sorts of Zinchi shenanigans with his Doom Bolts, but is persuaded to leave. And so is the Warlock, so blue team looking pretty good on this east side. Need to deal with the CSM though, who are now forcing melee combat on these poor Guardsmen who don't like that one bit. Sentinel does not have its stomp, so it can't stop them that way. There's a grenade. Red team coming back over on this east side. Here comes some more Guardsmen though. When Guardsmen die, there's more to replace them. Sentinel's going to drop though. Nicely done. They are forced to full retreat out, red team, but taking down the Sentinel was pretty sweet for them that early on. Is he going to replace it? Guess there's no harm in doing that for TowerGuard. Banshees are up for Marky as well, so getting the stomp on those guys would be very helpful. We've got double heretics into CSM for Fisher and vinghow with CSM into some more heretics, into some more CSM, which can be really powerful, can put down a lot of range damage with that. If you have double grenade launcher heretics and double Eternal War CSM, you can spike some nasty damage of all those grenade launchers hit at the same time. As it stands, you've got one grenade launcher heretic squad and no Eternal War from what I can see just yet. It is early days though. Plague Champion coming out of his base right now. He's level to 2 already. Has killed a bunch of Guardsmen and helped take down that Lord Commissar, I guess. East side sitting pretty for blue team over there. Look at the Sorcerer though, going mental with his Sword of Flame, putting Coruscating Flame on himself, and now has Sigil of the Rift in play. Heretics and amongst a whole bunch of stuff. Did not put Coruscating Flame on these guys, which is a bit weird. Doom Bolts flying in too, but Heretics are persuaded to leave, and down goes the Sorcerer. Hammer of the Witches helping to do that, and Inquisitor going for the Rosarius. Kind of attacking in dribs and drabs a little bit here, the red team, but it's a good opening for Marky, landing that Destructor pretty nicely, and look at that leap off the stairs, sending the Inquisitor flying, and some grenade action. There it is. Dodge, kind of ish, hit one Guardsman and killed him, but blue team holding. Warlock is still in play though, and with full health. Oh, and takes down a retinue member. That is the Sergeant retinue there. Doesn't want to lose that guy. They do get away. Inquisitor forcing off some CSM. So yeah, red team need to team up and stop fighting by themselves. Oh, we do have double Eternal War here now, and a turret going up, and the other heretics moving in. They do not have their grenade launchers though. It gives you a nice option to run in and scare stuff with your Doom Blast or the threat of a Doom Blast. There's the turret doing its thing. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Plague Champion turret. It seems to do way less damage and suppress way slower than the Tech Marine turret. It does have a really wide firing arc, but seems to suppress very slowly, and I don't get a whole lot of use out of it. Catachan's going down. That's pretty painful. I assume those were Marutectz, but I'm not actually sure. I wasn't paying attention. Too busy moaning about this turret. But we'll see how it does here for Vinghow. We've got some units in behind it. So once this Plague Champion is forced to retreat, it might go down. It didn't last very long here, the turret. But hey, he's kept this side locked down pretty well, but he did not bash the power whatsoever. If you're not bashing the power on this side, I mean, he dedicated resources on that turret, dedicated a lot of time over here, and didn't bash the power, I don't think, unless he completely bashed it all and it was repurchased, maybe. East side. Banshee's yelling about something and chasing down some heavy weapon squad dudes, but they do get away okay. Double heretics from annoying Fisher here. In their default state, still plenty dangerous to default Guardsmen, of course. Catachins all reliable, getting a really good solid hit on double heretics, and the Inquisitor's been super annoying with her Rosarius here. But she is persuaded to leave. Where is the Lord General? He's over on the west side resurrecting. Red team will take the east side for the first time in the game. TowerGuard did some good work against two players there though. There is the cap finished. And annoying Fisher going to tier 2 of just double heretics and CSM. Very strange not to see another unit. He did get some war gear on his sorcerer, but otherwise no power spent in tier 1. One of those quick blood crushes, I guess. Look at the west side. Marutectz is pushed all the way through. Maybe that was Macgyver's Catachins that went down then, since he was over here helping out, I think. Going for the bash with flamers, but can't manage it. He's got flamers on both of his guards on here, Marutectz. So he's kind of committed to going after those generators pretty often come tier 2, when perhaps Vinghow goes into the mid a bit more. He's got some Havocs and some Noise Marines. Look at that tier 1 roster there. He's going to push all the way through and get a bash, I would think. And with Havocs there, there's not a whole lot Marutectz can do to push through. Maybe some of that Basilisk Flare stuff. But even then, it'll be tough to get close. He is tier 2 though. So could see a Chimera soon-ish. Does he have Aura of Discipline? No war gear on Commissar. So nothing to suggest we're going to see Ogrins. He's getting a Manticore, and so is Macgyver. Marky Mark with some Wraith Guard on the way. Annoying Fisher straight into Plague Marines, really? He goes super light tier 1 to get Plague Marines? I thought for sure we'd see a Blood Crusher or 2 over there. 442 to 349. 2-to-1 cap for red team, and Vinghow with his pretty sizable army here is pushing through. Might want to pull back to those Havocs though. He's got a bit too far ahead of them, I think. There's no point fighting this far away from them. Why is he doing this? Really determined to wipe these Guardsmen. He might drop his Plague Champion, might drop his CSM. Plague Champion goes down surely on retreat, down to 5 hit points. 1-0 goes down. CSM do get away. That was not worth it though. Just pull back to your Havocs. They're right here. Manticore. Did he send one rocket onto the Havocs? Nope. Scared them off in a way though. So now he knows that there is, I should say, at least one Manticore around. A Chimera on the way for TowerGuard, and this double Plague Marines for annoying Fisher. They have this east side, and there's a webway gate somewhere. Where is it? It's there, being constructed. Marutectz now pushing through the mid. Going to get a decap with the Sentinel. Maybe swing over here and bash some power. Looks like the node is down. Does have those flamers still on both of his Guardsmen. Chimera now for Marutectz. Wraith Guard stomping over to this east side. Already have their Spirit Seer Warlock guy up. See those blue swirly stuff? Means that they have that speed booster. The Warlock leader himself, the Warlock hero I should say, will also give them that Spirit Seeing buff, whatever the game calls it. Heretics in amongst. Annoying Fisher with Aspiring Champion on one of them, but not on the other. Still pretty painful for those Guardsmen there. And these guys getting the cap back. No pressure on that power then. I think he would have been better off just decapping the Sentinel and getting his Guardsmen over here. Might have been able to completely whack that power in fact, but Couldn't quite manage to do that. Warlock runs away. He's got the Witchblade of Kernus up. That goes down. Witchblade of Kernus, I think, set to get some buffs in 2.5. We do have a Shuriken over here from Marky Mark. Double Plague Marines are going to target this Chimera, I guess. Turns out there's a whole lot of vehicles on the field early tier 2, so those double Plague Marines might be very, very handy. You can chase down some Manticores especially. Being very aggressive with his Chimera is TowerGuard, and Marky Mark is getting shot to pieces here. Oh, or is he? There's that demonic summoning thing from the Sorcerer's Global Bar. I don't think your allies can reinforce off it though, only you. Those Banshees are out of luck in that regard. Down goes the Chimera, nicely done from the double Plague Marines. 365 to 349. More Plague Marines, this time from vinghow. Autarch drop, it's a pretty good drop there. Massive blob of stuff to target. Needs to be careful though once she does drop. Look at the damage. Holy crap, needs to run away. Melter gun, Lord Drenal packing a punch there. With the fire on my... Fight harder, that's it. Oh, look at these guys. Trying to finish off that Autarch. Helped out there by the switching off the Rift, Warp Rift. Almost backfired really badly there for annoying Fisher. There's the Chains of Torment. Manticore strike on generators. Doesn't work out too much. Still got those double heretics flying around. Triple Plague Marines for annoying Fisher. He's got to take a run and go after those Manticores, surely.
Victory point acquired by
What are these guys up to? Defending your generators with Plague Marines? Oh, they're moving up now. Manticore is pushed quite far up from Marutectz. Up to the natural VP. Sorcerer's been shot a hell of a lot here and runs away. There's a bunch of mines right outside the webway gate, but the Dire Avenger Exarch can spot them. Howling Banshees are getting hit though. As you can see, the detection range for those Dire Avengers is very, very short. It's only 15, I think. And they are forced to retreat. Nice grenade though before they got out of there. Took out a couple of models. We've got those stormtroopers for Macgyver being buffed by that fight harder buff. Uh-oh, Guardian weapon team got too close. Wraith Guard cannot get a hit on those Catachins, and those guys are trying to force melee combat. With those power melee weapons, they will really hurt that Wraith Guard squad. And they have to back all the way off here, the red team. It's got triple Plague Marines. That is just overkill. I mean, they do have a bunch of vehicles, but most of them are Manticores. 2 Plague Marines is more than enough to deal with the Manticore if you can get close to it. Does have Sorcerer though, who can do some fancy things with Plague Marines, with Warp and the Warp Rift and that kind of thing. What are these guys up to? Trying to get away from the Shuriken. Kicking off in the mid though. Plague Marines are chasing down a Chimera here. Lots of rear armor hits, but it's not the Plague Marines getting those hits. Here comes another webway. In a pretty annoying position. He's stopping and he's trying to repair. He should have just kept it moving there. And loses the Chimera. That's a good Manticore strike though. Holy crap. Lots of stuff popping off there. Blastmaster Noise Marines hitting the garrison. We have a Xenos Power Claw Lord Commissar. Carapace armor and stubbornness. He is kitted out to fight here. Another Manticore strike. Uh-oh. TowerGuard just lost almost his entire army. What the heck happened? He's got Ogrins left and that is it. Sorcerer is down 345 to 235. Very, very topsy-turvy game. But red team now well ahead after Marutectz and TowerGuard's losses. But look at the Manticores. They just keep on coming. There's going to be 4 of them on the field soon. Assuming these 2 don't get cancelled. Blue team doing really well on the east side though. I guess that's what happens when mid gets tripled. Uh-oh, these guys need to run away. Banshees in amongst, they do run away, and so do those guys. Can they get the red team off their VP with 4 Manticores? Surely they can. Got Space Marines running away now. Level 4, holy crap. Must have really laid the beat down on TowerGuard stuff. He's recovering though with Stormtroopers and a Manticore. 3-4-5, 2-2-5. Blue team need to get a natural VP back. Keep that VP pressure up on red. Because you sense when red team get back to base, you're going to see Marky Mark and Annoying Fisher push that east side. I'm not sure if the blue team can stop them. Ogrins are up though, that's going to help. Does she have her Interrogator's armor or something, the Inquisitor? Nope, she has Excruciators, which are awesome. Manticore's just lining up to shoot the crap out of stuff. Look at them. Tier 3 for Annoying Fisher, Tier 3 for Marky Mark. So much resources for Macgyver. What is he waiting for? Go Tier 3. Drop a Lehman Russ. Noise Marines are covering the VP. Just waiting for blue team to push through the mid here, aren't they? Uh-oh. Manticore Strike almost wiped out those Banshees. Wraithguard moving up. Ogrins can run in and try and tie them up though. But there's a Shuriken to try and stop that. Inquisitor's not going to last long in that fight, but blue team are taking the opportunity to push through the mid here. There's two players. Blastmasters are getting shots, and that's a Noxious Cloud. That's really, really nasty. Can be so hard to spot that thing. Although once you do spot it and retreat out, it's pretty damn slow. Lord General trying to... Oh, Lord Commissar trying to cap, I should... trying to revive, I should say. But Lord General will stay down for now. Chaos Predator with Markov Zinch on the field. He needs some anti-vehicle now, blue team. And I'm not sure if the Manticores are going to be enough, but they might be. Manticores do a lot of damage to vehicles if you're going to hit them. Red team have pushed on this east side very well. Down goes one of the Manticores. What is Macgyver doing? He's floating resources in tier 2 like absolutely crazy. There he goes, tier 3 finally. Straight into Baneblade, I guess. 339-201. Is it smart to go straight into a Baneblade though with Wraithguard, Eldar nukes possibly, and 4 Plague Marines on the field? Not to mention this Predator tank with Markov Zinch. Might be better off to just get a bunch of Kasrkin up. We'll see. Red team pushing that east side still. Blue team are really under the cosh here. Oh wow, just wiped a CSM squad off the map. Not sure what the heck they were trying to do there. Trying to force melee combat, I guess, but that was so much stuff. Why would they try and do that? Just sit behind cover and delay them. Manticores left and right. Still 3 of them on the field. Marutectz with an autocannon as well. Might get a nice volley here on the... Oh wow, down it goes. No time at all with the Stormtroopers around. Anti-armor kit, there it is on Macgyver's. And of course, oops, the melter gun of the Lord General himself. Melter guns, I should say. His Stormtroopers also get those. His little Stormtrooper retinue guys. Blue team pushing back. Smaller armies, but pretty good armies. Manticores can always be dangerous for you. And Stormtroopers are pretty awesome. There's just so much stuff here. Ogrins need their bonehead leader back. Wraithguard forced to retreat, which is a bit odd. I guess they were getting shot down. Lost their Spirit Seer. Red team do have this east side, but for how long? Because, no, they're not going over there. They're pushing the mid. Lord Commissar getting a cap here. Needs to put his shield up. But he doesn't. And he gets knocked down, but he does get away. That stubbornness heel popping in there. Baneblade is on the way from Macgyver. We'll see how long it lasts. Marky Mark is very, very far away from having a nuke, but he does have double D cannons and that Wraithguard, and there's triple Plague Marines around. Quadruple Plague Marines around, sorry. What are these guys up to? Getting too close to double heretics, that's for sure. Double aspiring champion heretics. What is that? Singularity? Uh-oh. Whoa. That's a lot of death, and that's a lot of friendly fire death as well. Killed every single heretic apart from the aspiring champions. Why did he not retreat out there? I guess he didn't see it on Iron Fisher. 244-201. Autocannon doing work there, wow. With that fight harder buff on it as well, I guess. There's another Noxious Cloud. Bunker will allow these things to reinforce, but might want to dodge that cloud anyway. Plague Marine's exploding. Might want to just retreat out. He's not that far away from base. Looks like he's just going to tank it here with that reinforcing. 226 to 201. Baneblade momentarily on the field. Is it going to be enough for blue team to retake this east side? They haven't really come over here and tried to do it yet. Well, I guess they were just here. And that singularity went off, which scared them off. Suppose there's that. There's two of them here ready to fire it as well. So yeah, push mid. It's the right thing to do. Sorcerer using his Tome of Subjugation. Didn't really achieve a whole lot with it. And is he in retreat now? What is he doing? Yes, I think he is. Level 5. More webway action. Lord Commissar gets a decap, and there's his Basilisk Flare. He's going to be able to get a cap here, maybe? Inquisitor's keeping those Wraith Guard tied up, or at least trying to. Very difficult to do that now, since they can fire on the move. So if they're just facing the right way, and the unit chasing them is behind them, they can get those shots off. Power being bashed on the west side too, keeping those flamers active. Red team really getting outmaneuvered here. Look at this. All these Plague Marines not doing a whole lot for them right now. 203 to 201. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Baneblade rolls up on this east side and says, what you got to these D-cannons. They're getting shots in, that's for sure. D-cannons do plasma cannon damage, I believe. So they will hurt vehicles a lot. 199, 201. Where is the decap over there, fellas? There's a singularity. Shoot some barrels, that's good. There's a decap, but you're going to get dragged into the singularity. Ouch. You need a bunker over here. Look at the damage that Baneblade is now taking all of a sudden with triple Plague Marines in play. Retreat. Whoa. The Lord General seemed to die very, very suddenly there. That was a bit odd. Maybe I was just looking at his health wrong. But seemed to go down suddenly. Baneblade is still around-ish. West side. Seems very obsessed with this west side here, Vinghow. He needs to push the middle a little bit. 172 to 201. Now he's bashing power. Marutectz is holding his VP. Rocket Run kicking off big time on this east side. We have a Mark of Corn Chaos Predator tank. Rocket Run I don't think did a whole lot. Trying to get a cap. The revive, I should say, is the Inquisitor, but they might lose both of their heroes here. And in fact they will. Maybe? Lord General does not get away, no. Baneblade is under pressure, needs to back the hell off. Triple Plague Marines rolling up now with a tank for support. And a very angry Space Elf using Providence and the Ethereal Slash over and over. Also has the Warp Throw. 143, 201. Chaos Predator getting a bit too close and goes down. This Baneblade needs to keep moving though. He can't out-repair triple Plague Marines with a single Guardsman squad, I don't think. Marutectz maybe can help. Oh, there's another Baneblade from TowerGuard. That's a Warp Throw, I think. Good Manticore strike. Baneblade clinging on to life. 130, 201. Rocket Run going off as well. Just to disperse things more than anything. Surely this Baneblade goes down, and it does go down. He could get another one immediately though, right? He's got the resources for another. Yes, he has, but I think it would be better. Whoa. Zinchi Nuke. He could drop a Lehman Russ in, but he does not. Could get 2 Lehman Russes, I think, which I think would have been better. But we do see the third Baneblade of the game on the way from Macgyver. Meanwhile, Marutectz has pushed through the mid completely, harassing things with the Lord Commissar. Red team haven't really been able to get a concerted push going anywhere. They pushed the mid a few times, but seem to be kind of easily rebuffed by what Marutectz had going on there. Blue team's armies were so low, and red team could not seem to capitalize on it. Never really pushed this east side all the way back. when they had it. Very defensive Eldar play over here. He's got some fire draggers on the field though. We know how balanced those guys are. Blob cap in the west side. Generators going up. Baneblade right here. And I guess Macgyver is going to take his to the east side. But it might be better for them just to push mid all the time. Because there's still a bunch of Eldar stuff over here. Double D cannons, Bright Lance, and Fire Dragons and Wraith Guard is bad news for a Baneblade.
So the generator is online.
Guardsmen getting caught in retreat by Marutectz. Ogren is taking out the Plague Champion. Blastmaster, oh, hitting terrain. Well, hitting an object even. Got to push up with a Baneblade, I would think. Can't just keep it here, right? Still some Manticores on the field, of course, always dangerous. Might have leveled up as well. Yep, level 3, level 2, level 1. TowerGuard's Manticore does not have the Storm Eagle upgrade either. So it can fire slightly faster, but its rockets will be doing less damage. Level 4, Lord Commissar, almost level 5. Starting to become pretty damn dangerous in combat with all of those allied infantry around buffing him with stubbornness. Can tie up at least one of these dangerous anti-vehicle squads. What is this Manticore doing though? He's getting very, very close. What is he up to? Was a point blank shot with the Manticore. Lots of disruption. Might want to get all that stuff on melee. Manticore's going to go down, I think. There's one more shot from any of these Plague Marines. Oh, Manticore strike might save it. No. Does go down. I think that was a mistake. I don't think he meant to bring it up that far. Marky Mark losing his Wraith Guard though. Now has a bunch of setup teams and Fire Dragons and Dire Avengers. And that pretty scary Warlock, it has to be said. Level 8 with his Providence, Witchblade of Kernus and Warp Throw build. Can do a hell of a lot with that. And Macgyver's Baneblade is on the field. It's going east side. Is anything up there to cap though? I don't think so. 65-176. Frantic stuff at the end of this game. Just constant fighting in the mid. Blastmaster getting some friendly fire. This Lord Commissar is not messing around. Ogren's in trouble. There's a lot of heretic attacks. And they do get away. Yes, they do. They've done pretty good for TowerGuard. Up to level 4. 25-33 hit points. Demolisher Cannon nicely timed. And Blue Team are going to be able to take this VP, I think. Manticore strike on those Noise Marines. I was going to say maybe the Commissar wants to run and tie those guys up, but they've been forced off the field here. Meanwhile, east side, Singularity going off, I think. And he got the decap, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to get the cap. That is a rocket run. I thought that was a creeping barrage, but no. Going to kill the... No, does not kill the Warlock. Baneblade needs to back the hell off because those D-cannons are still hitting you. But they took the mid, 65-155. Some late game Raptors on the way for Fisher. Good choice with their melter guns and vinghow with a great unclean one on the way. Some Kassakin on the field for Marutectz with plasma gun. Might want to have got the grenade launchers instead, I think, for that disruption. Those mines are annoying, really annoying. Has some great globals, the Lord Commissar. And Plague Marines are bunching up a bit, very susceptible to those Manticore strikes. Much easier said than done though, to keep stuff split up. Demolisher Cannon goes off again. And Plague Marines cannot hang out in there. That's a Hell Fury as well. Raptors come onto the field and immediately eat a Manticore rocket to the face, but they're still around. There's a retreat. 65-89. Blue team might have this in the bag. Bunker is up. And they are holding the line. Few can do that better than Imperial Guard. Level 4 CSM with Markers each. Why would you get that? Is that just for those Ogrins? Maybe it was. That's a lot of dead Guardsmen, but they're not too bothered. This must be a repair bunker, right? Yeah. So there's Manticores getting those repairs. Bring a clean on the field. Dead Inquisitor just needs to use Foul Snare and hope it doesn't bug out. But he doesn't. And Inquisitor lives. Level 8. Macgyver is down to just Guardsmen and a Baneblade over on that east side. He's keeping red team busy over there though, because Marky is not helping out in the middle. That's another Noxious Cloud, but that is Fist of Brockus, and none shall fall right now. 65 to 52, 2-1 cap for blue team. I think they've got this, but one good push from red team could do it, especially if they can run through and take out his Manticores, but they're doing a lot of work for the blue team right now. He's staying disciplined, is Marutectz, and tying up those Plague Marines whenever he can. And now, is he trying to blob cap with Plague Marines? I guess he is. This is a pretty fail right here. 65 to 32. Yeah, that achieved absolutely nothing. 1-1 cap. He did get the decap, to be fair, but I don't think he needed 3 Plague Marines to do that. Oh, Manticore's going to go down. Shoot, guys, shoot. There we go. Boom. Oh, it lives. Level 4 Manticore lives. Ogren's trying to tie them up, and they do get there. No, they don't. Missile goes away, but they are going to be killed for it. Boom. Boom. Down they go. Lots of death. Lord Commissar still standing, level 8, and gets the cap on that VP, I think. What is this Baneblade up to? Uh oh, Singularity just stopping things capping here. But they have the double, and that should be enough. Very strange game. Red team did not push their advantage when they had it at all. Chaos Terminator is hitting the field. Not sure what they're going to do here though. Grey and Clean One's going to go down on retreat. Oh, not retreat. Trying to get away, I should say. And now they can shoot the Terminator to death, but they don't need to because they have the double cap. And they win it. Macgyver then keeping Marky busy on this east side. He could not tear away and help in the mid, or he would have lost that VP there. So, yeah, really strange game from Fisher especially. When a very light tier 1 going straight into triple Plague Marines. Didn't really make a concerted effort to hunt down Manticores with them. Although they did destroy a bunch of vehicles, or at least help to. Were they all level 4? They were level 4. So they did do a lot, but when it came to quickly being able to react and quickly being able to hit specific areas when they needed to, they couldn't really do that quickly. Some Chaos Terminators on the field from vinghow at the end. Look at the heroes end of the game. Level 8s all round, I think. Lord Commissar level 8. Oh, Inquisitor got to level 9. Had the Inferno pistol right at the end. Level 7 Lord General. Had a level 7 Sorcerer. Level 8 Warlock, very nearly level 9. And a level 5 Plague Champion who is down. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.